iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Knoxville, Iowa Speedway here tonight for the Bartel Builders Big Block Series. It is Bartel Builders Night here at Iowa. Normally, it's the sprint car capital of the world, but tonight, the ground-pounding Big Block Modifieds from the Northeast have invaded here tonight as these drivers get ready to go racing here tonight in our Bartel Builders 40-lap feature event that will come up a little bit later on. On the docket, though, we will have 4 heat races here tonight, 5 to qualify out of those, the last chance qualifier, 4 to qualify out of the last chance qualifier before taking a total of 24 drivers into our A-main feature event a little bit later on. My name is Roger Muth, here to bring you all the racing action high above the virtual studios here tonight, bring you all the pictures, the sounds, the sights, everything you want to see and hear here tonight from Iowa. These drivers are geared and ready to go. As you can already see, they are rolling onto the speedway, so let's take you down trackside here and already get that starting lineup. This is your starting lineup here tonight for heat race number 1, and starting on the front row, it'll be car number 14 of Tyler Groscup. To the outside of him, it's the driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, driving car number 1, that'll be Talon Carter. He's the points championship leader coming into the night. Back into the third spot, he's picked up 1 win this season on the tour. That'll be the driver of car number 15, that is Ryan Holland. Back into position number 4, it is Scott Rayone driving car number 4. Back into the 5th spot then, that'll be car number 19 of Eric Sanford. It's the big show Kyle Lesher out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania. He'll pilot car number 13 starting 6th. And of course, the Misfit Motorsports number 81 of Jimmy McIntyre will start 7th. Starting in the Superior Performance Motorsports number 13G. That's the G-man. It's going to be Guillaume Fortin. And back into the 9th spot, well, he tap danced himself all the way here tonight. That will be the driver of car number 15. That is Ed Brissett. So Ed Brissett here tonight. That's the field. They're ready to go. This time by, we're turning them loose. And we'll see which one of these drivers are able here tonight to pick up a good starting spot here in our feature. Green flag is up. We're racing here at Iowa, here at Knoxville. Tyler Groscup to the outside, and Talon Carter, car number 1, down to the bottom side of the speedway. 8 laps the distance. Here we go. Top 5 to transfer. Great start there by that number 14 to the outside. I thought the inside was going to be dominant here early, but the outside going to lead lap number 1. Tyler Groscup went from the inside to the outside to be able to lead that lap. Remember, the top 5 cars are to qualify. Who's back into the 5th spot here on lap number 1? It is the driver out of Hamburg. That's going to be Kyle Lesher. Kyle Lesher leading the number 19 there of Eric Sanford, Guillaume Fortin, Jimmy McIntyre, and Eddie Brissett. Those are all the drivers on the outside looking in. This speedway here tonight is going to be, well, Spreading out, it should get to the top side of the speedway. We should have 2 lanes of racing here late, as you see Holland down there in car number 15. He went to the bottom side, the Upstate RC and Hobby Showtime Custom Graphics number 15. He went to the bottom. Kyle Lesher actually closed in. Now look at Eric Sanford. He'll go to the bottom. He'll challenge Lesher. He'll get right into the quarter panel. Give him a little bit of an arm check real quick. Not going to phase the big show of Kyle Lesher, though. He keeps his right foot in it. 5 laps to go. Top 5 to transfer still. Rose Cup getting a little pressure also by Talon Carter. That's for the race lead. There you see the drivers. Talon Carter, driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. Brand new colors on his, number 1 this season. Talon Carter has a banquet coming up here to help his team out this season in the real life side of things. As he's trying to throw a slider there on Gross Cup. Maybe a little contact there. Going to send Gross Cup up the speedway. Gross Cup trying to corral that number 14. Now Talon Carter will take the race lead as he comes to see the popsicle sticks up into the air. It'll be just 2 more times around the speedway for car number 1 of Talon Carter. Sanford slider on Lesher. Is he going to be able to clear? They'll be side by side out of turn number 2. Little contact. Lesher will take the spot back. But now Sanford has showed his hand that he can go down to the bottom and possibly throw a slider on car number 13. A white flag is up. It is 1 lap to go, presented by Carpenter's Taxers. Here comes Eric Sanford. Will he be able to clear the 13? Lesher keeps his right foot in it. Going to lift that left front. He'll clear the 19 down the back straightaway 1 final time here. Sanford going to come straight across the nose. Lesher into the back bars. Not going to be able to cross him over. It'll be Talon Carter, though, picking up the win. Tyler Grosscup, Scott Riome, Brian Holland, and Eric Sanford. All will be the drivers that will go ahead and pick up their ways in. So Talon Carter picking up that win. He's undefeated in heat races this season. That means it's time for another one of those heat races, brought to us by the Super Dirt Car Series, the predominant big block modifieds of the Northeast. Chris Brown from Kokomo, Indiana will start on the pole here in the 136 Whiteout Performance entry. It is outside the number 99, the 6'9 Nice Graphics entry of Cold Day. It's the Austin Designs number 5 of Scott Austin back into the 3rd spot and making him return to the dirt side of things. In the last couple of weeks, we haven't seen him. Car number 1, that'll be Dalton Williamson piloting that. He'll start 4th. And the driver out of Montana, the Young Gary Motorsports 00 entry, he'll start 5th. It's the hack daddy of them all, Brian Hacker, in the number 11 Illinois. He'll start back in 6th. And the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving car number 40. It's the tire man. It's Josiah Millen. Back into the 8th starting position here tonight. He drives car number 2T. That'll be Michael Trevarthen. He'll go 8th. And John McIntyre in car number 9 out of New York will go from the 9th starting spot here tonight. That's your starting lineup here as we get ready to go for another one of these Super Dirt Car Series heat races. The Super Dirt Car Series is and still remains the premier traveling tour series for big block modifieds in the Northeast. Traveling down south here in just a couple of weeks to kick the seasons off. As here we go, Chris Brown says early to the start. Early bird gets the worm, and he is green flag here into turn number 1. Heat race number 2 here, 5 to qualify once again. Scott Austin down to the inside on Brian Hacker. Not going to be able to make anything happen. Ungari with a half slider. You got to go full send or it's not going to happen. And the inside nibbler will not be able to make that pass. So with the second heat race on the speedway now. It's already single filed out with Chris Brown leading the first initial lap here. So Chris Brown, Cold Day, Dalton Williamson, the unsponsored number 1 entry. You see him right there. 0-1, I guess, if you really want to be in particular. It's the All Blacks, the 0-1. That is going to be Dalton Williamson. Brian Hacker hanging right there, and then Scott Austin still holding on to the transfer spot. There's the 2T of Michael Trevarthen. There you see the driver out of Florida. His first year on the Big Block Modified Tour with the Upstate Racing League. Josiah Millen back there into the 8th spot just behind Ungari, and then John McIntyre a little bit farther back here. He's currently rounding out the field as they run. Nothing has changed up front. It is still going to be that number 136 of Chris Brown. Cole Day is sitting there into the second position. Williamson still back there. Ungari, though, a little bit deeper into the field, trying to take over a spot. Huge slider from Doug Ungari. And a crossover move there. Veteran move by the rookie, Michael Trevarthen. Here comes Ungari again. He'll go to the bottom side and boot, scoot, and boogie back to the top side. Can he hold it this time? Will Michael Trevarthen have a good runoff, too? He will not. Ungari will hold on to it, and he'll go down and throw a little bit of a protector slider on himself. Slide right in front of the 2T of Michael Trevarthen. Trevarthen right into the back bars with 2 to go. Now it's Millen's turn. Millen will throw a slider for the 7th position in turn number 2. Looks like he'll be able to, and then he'll half slide himself, too, as Trevarthen losing some spots late here. As this time by, it'll be 1 lap to go. Presented by Carpenter's Tax Service. Final trip around the speedway here. If your name is Chris Brown, but Cole Day has some people in the background looking to try and see if they can pick up a spot. It will be Chris Brown, Cole Day, Dalton Williamson, Scott Austin, your top 5 unofficial across the line here. So another one of those heat races in the books. And Ungari, Trevarthen, Millen, and McIntyre will all have to go ahead and go to another one of those last chance qualifiers. As here we go, another one of those Super Dirt Car Series big blocks. Heat races lineup looked like this. The driver out of South Glens Falls, New York. That'll be the boss man, the number 96 of Al Smith Jr. His outside, driving out of the Brissett Racing Stables. This will be Speedy Brissett, car 03, and the Super Dirt Car Series full throttle. Number 79 of Dean Reynolds will go from the 3rd spot. And the driver of the 31B out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, Donald Bennett, will go 4th. And the Canadian, he drives the 86. That'll be Kelly Dahl back into the 5th spot. How about the driver out of Vermont? He drives car number 22, the Raised Iron tubing entry. That'll be Dylan Rabtoy. And the driver out of Hudson Falls, New York, and the 1W, the McDuff Racing Bartel Builders entry. That'll be the wild one of Wade McDuff. And starting to his outside in the 2B entry, he drives the Bartel Builders entry. This is Brett Bartels in the 2B. And shotgun to the field, Steven Brissett, car number 59, will start into the 9th position. Another 9 cars on the speedway ready to roll here tonight. Another 8 laps the distance. We're going to qualify another 5 in here out of this heat race. Marky Mark up there in the iRacing.com pace truck will make his way to pit road, while the Sultan of Silk, Dave Forney, is waiting to drop the green flag here once again. Al Smith will be the one to lead us to the green, though, as that pace truck, looking to see, it is going to make its way in there. Sometimes Marky Mark likes to take a lap or 2 for himself. Green flag into the air. Here we go. Heat race number 3, 5 to qualify. Great start by Smith, and look at Reynolds. He'll get in front of the 03 of Speedy Brissett. Donald Bennett back there into the 4th spot, and Kelly Dahl right now rounding out our top 5 drivers. Kelly Dahl going to get a little bit of a punch, and I believe he's going to go around. Kelly Dahl, I believe, and Wade McDuff getting together. There's the Bartel Builders, number 1W, Wade McDuff, as Kelly Dahl will take it pit side, so he'll go to the infield. Al Smith does lead lap number 1. Transfer spot now after 1 official lap is going to be the number 22 of Rabtoy. Rabtoy, though, trying to advance his position, trying to get around the 31B of Donald Bennett. There you see the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania and Vermont right now doing a little bit of a battle. Here comes Rabtoy. He's going to try and slide the 31. Bennett was ready. He's going to try and cross over. Can Bennett throw the crossover and then the slider down in 1 and 2? Bennett to the bottom side, got to commit to it. Bennett will slide up right in front of the 22. He'll bang the cushion and power down the back straightaway. Here comes Rabtoy, though. The Raised Iron tubing entry will not roll over and say cut by tubes. As there he goes with a slider. Bennett trying to cross over again. He'll hang on the quarter panel, this time off turn number 4. But he's going to get chopped off. The door is going to get slammed. Rabtoy, oh, Bennett, and Bennett got into the bars there of the number 22, and uh-oh, contact around, gonna go the number 59. Steven Brissett gonna hammer right back into it, though. He's gonna keep this one green. 360 no scope, kept on going for the number 59. Out front now, though, it is going to be the 96 of Al Smith Jr. getting pressured by the driver, car number 79. That is Dean Reynolds. Speedy Brissett is not letting these drivers run away from him either. He is right there. We're going to see the old popsicle sticks get thrown up here at Knoxville. It'll be 2 laps to go. The Stand RC Speedway, number 96 of Al Smith Jr. carrying the Colby Quinn Griffith Angel Wings on the number 96. Said he's going to carry that the rest of the year on that car, just like we're going to carry her wings down to the bottom right-hand corner of our stream here the rest of the season. The white flag is up. It'll be 1 more lap to go here in the heat race number 3. As Reynolds goes down a little bit farther, Speedy Brissett goes down. We're going to see who's going to come back. It'll be Al Smith Jr. picking up his first heat race win of the season. To be Smith, Reynolds, Brissett, Raptoy, and Bennett. Bartels, Brissett, McDuff, and Dahl all going to have to go to an LCQ. So Al Smith will pick up his first heat race win of the season. And actually, it looks like we're going to go with just 3 heat races here tonight. So that means we have 9 positions available here into our last chance qualifier. 9 positions, and this is how they will line up for that one. Starting on the front row, he hails out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania. You heard of him. He's the Big Show, Kyle Lesher. Starting to the outside, the 00, Doug Ungari will start P2, while the Bartel Builders 2B entry of Brett Bartels will start back into the 3rd spot. Guillaume Fortin and the number 13G will start 4th. 5th will be the driver out of Florida. That's the 2T of Michael Trevarthen. He'll start 5th. While the 59 of Steven Brissett will roll from 6th. 7th will be the number 15 of Ed Brissett, back there in the 15. And back into 8th, that would be the number 40 of Josiah Millen. The 1W of Wayne McDuff will go from 9th, while Jimmy McIntyre, the Misfit Motorsports Best Qualifications number 81, will start 10th. John McIntyre back into the 11th spot. Looks like he will be a scratch, so move that row up 1. Then it'll be Kelly Dahl in the car number 86 back in 12th. That's how they will line things up here tonight. And that's your starting lineup. So, looking at 9 to qualify here. It'll be 9 to qualify. As you see, the sun has set here tonight in Knoxville, Iowa. There's the 2 drivers on the front row. Ready to roll, this time by Kyle Lesher. Doug Ungari are ready to turn the big block modifieds loose with the power of the ground-pounding beast. Well, to the dirt here tonight. John McIntyre was the only one not to make the call. We are green. Big straightaways, a lot of power for these cars. There you see it. That's the cut line. Watch the battles here tonight. 1W of Wayne McDuff trying to get in. Kelly Dahl not having luck in his heat race. Him and McDuff made a little contact. And around Dahl went, and he took a pit side right away. Oh, Eddie Brissett tap dance in, and those 2 drivers just split him. McDuff and Dahl split him, and looks like he'll take his to the infield. At the front, though, Brett Bartel's down to the bottom side trying to make something happen. Oh, Steven Brissett and Michael Trevarthen. Bar's getting hooked down in 1 and 2. And we ain't talking about Dingus either. Not that kind of bar. Looks like right now, whoever's the driver that will finish in the 10th position will be the last car running, will be the only driver to go home here tonight. Wayne McDuff currently is the driver that is sitting in that spot, the Hudson Falls, New York driver. Looks like that car's a little tight on entry into the corner. Kelly Dahl all over Jimmy McIntyre. See if he can move that car up a position. Everybody has gone single file, trying to widen out that track towards the top side of the speedway. 10 laps to go. Here we come. Nothing happening. Lesher still leading the train around the speedway. Right on board, our Xander Sign Group. On board camera. Kyle Lesher is who you're riding on board with. Heard he's Josiah's #1 fan. Well, right now, he's got to be pulling for his Pennsylvania posse buddy because, well, Millen's a little bit farther back into the field. There's Millen. He's back into the 6th spot. He's got Steven Brissett behind him. Michael Trevarthen out in front of him. Was that Jimmy McIntyre running way high, wide, and handsome? Seven to go here. Lesher still leads the way here at Knoxville. Six to go as the beasts come down the straightaway. Nothing really, nobody making the real big moves. But how about Guillaume? Guillaume comes out this season as a rookie here on the dirt side of things on the 13G. Picked up his first career win on the asphalt side of things. He's leading the championship over there. And, well, this is just some bonus racing time with the Upstate Racing League. And he's also competing for that, what is the Coach's Corner standings. As he comes into the night, he's actually second overall in those championship standings. See if he can have a good night here tonight and possibly close in on the leader, which is actually Justin Fuller. Fuller not here tonight, so a chance for Guillaume to make up some positions, just like somebody trying back there to make up some spots. That's the 1W of Wade McDuff. It's getting down to crunch time because it's 4 to go here. It'll be just 3 to go at the line here. Wade McDuff is right now the man sitting on the outside looking in. And if you want to pass him, you got to go where they ain't, and that's right around the bottom side. So he's down there. Then we're going to see the popsicle sticks for the Big Show of Kyle Lesher this time. Big Show sees 2 to go. Right now, all these drivers know they are in, so not a lot of them trying to really force the envelope or the issue here in the last chance qualifier. Just trying to make it all the way around here. Don't tell that to Guillaume, though. He would take a win if he could. As it'll be white flag being displayed this time here for Kyle Lesher. Look at the 2P of Bartels go down to the bottom side. Looks like Guillaume's trying to, or not trying, but having a little bit of connection issues with the iRacing server right now. This time out of turn 4. It'll be the Big Show, Kyle Lesher, picking up the big W here tonight. Looks like Wade McDuff will be the only driver to not qualify. That's still running, so him, Ed Brissett, will all go home here tonight. So Kyle Lesher picking up that last chance qualifier win. That's his second LCQ win of the season. These drivers going to get a couple moments here to dial these cars in before our 40-lap feature event here tonight for the Bartel Builders Big Block Night. We got to thank the Bartel Builders for coming back on board this season, for being the title sponsor with the Upstate Racing League and taking the rights here to the Knoxville Raceway. I heard Brett is a yearly attender of the Sprint Car Nationals here at the Knoxville Raceway. Of course, we got to thank Bartel Builders, though. They are focused on providing high-quality service for your construction needs, whether it's new construction, repairs, install, or just damage repairs. The Bartel Builders have you covered. Based in Spirit Lake, Iowa. Contact them today. We got to thank the Super Dirt Car Series also for coming on board this season, taking the heat races. All those heat races are in the books here tonight. The Super Dirt Car Series remains the premier traveling tour for big block modifieds in the nation. We got to thank them, and we look forward to really watching them this season. Can't wait to see the big block modifieds on the Dirt Vision side of things. And, of course, we got to thank the Hanson Starter Shop. Rebuilding and repairing alternators, generators, starters, also carrying new ones with 30 years of experience of business in the upstate area. Also, we got to thank Carpenter's Tax Service. Well, it's tax season in the United States, so we got to pay Uncle Sam, race fans. And, well, Carpenter's Tax Service is the only place you need to go to get your tax preparation in check. Upstate and RC Hobbies also coming on board this season, located in Johnstown, New York. The Upstate RC and Hobbies is your go-to place, carrying all the top brands like Trax, Team Associated, Lewis, and much, much more. Upstate RC and Hobbies is your #1 place for all things RC. Find them on Facebook and new on the website at upstaterc.com. So who is ready here tonight, race fans? There's some drivers that are ready to kick things off here. Looking at we talked about the standings coming in here. There's two different standings that we go by with the Upstate Racing League. We go by the standings without drops and the standings with drops. If we look at the standings right now without the drops, Talon Carter has a 14-point lead over Brian Hacker, and a 60-point lead over Chris Brown, and a 90-point lead over Josiah Mellon, and a 94-point lead over Speedy Brissett. Once we start to average those points in, though, with the drops, that's when things start to shake up just a little bit. Talon Carter then has a 32-point lead and a 38-point lead, respectively, over Brian Hacker and Chris Brown. So things start to change once you factor in the drops and adjust the point standings. But who's going to have the point standings lead when we're done here tonight? Well, let's go down here and take a look at our starting lineup, because we are ready to kick things off here tonight. Starting lineup will look like this. Starting on the front row, he drives car number 1. Talon Carter will start there. And to the outside, another driver with car number 1, but it's the 136 of Chris Brown. Al Smith Jr. will start back into the 3rd spot, his best starting spot of the year. Tyler Grosskopf back there in P number 4. And it'll be Cole Day back into the 5th spot then here tonight. Starting 6th then will be Dean Reynolds. 7th will be Scott Rayome in car number 4, while Dalton Williamson will go 8th. 9th will be Speedy Brissett. Ryan Holland back into the 10th position. Starting 11th, that'll be car number 11, Illinois. That'll be Brian Hacker. Back into the 12th spot then, the driver out of Swanton, Vermont, the number 22, that'll be Dylan Rabtoy. Back into the 13th position, that'll be car number 19 of Eric Sanford. Scott Austin back in 14th, while Donald Bennett in the 31B will start 15th. Kyle Lesher will start 16th here tonight in car number 13. Doug Ungari back into the 17th spot. Guillaume Thornton there in car number 13G in 18th. Brett Bartel's back into the 2B entry. He'll start in 19th, while Michael Trevarthen in the 2T will go 20th. 21st on the call here tonight will be car number 40 of Josiah Millen. Stephen Brissett in car number 59 will go 22nd. 23rd here tonight will be Jimmy McIntyre Jr., Kelly Dalton 24th, and Wayne McDuff is going to be our alternate, and he will not make the call, actually, because all the drivers did make their call their way to the grid. 24 cars, 40 laps the distance here tonight at Knoxville Raceway. It's Bartel Builders Night here in Iowa. They're going to construct an external podium, we'll say, I guess, for victory lane here tonight for whatever one of these drivers were able to pick up the big W here after 40 laps of racing. Wherever you're joining us from, race fans, we hope you're having a great night. We hope, maybe your favorite football team has already picked up the W, and now your favorite driver is looking to pick up the W here tonight. Al Smith Jr., Tyler Grosskopf will be the two drivers on the front row. Believe we should get this one started this time. Marky Mark pulls the pace truck down and away. He is off the racing surface. Grosskopf with a little bit of a jump start, I believe. We'll see if that one stands by the officials here tonight. Al Smith Jr. go down and try to rim the bottom side. But the green flag is up. There's one driver having some problems off the start. That was Kyle Lesher, and it looks like his car having some issues. He'll get off the racing surface, as it is Gross Cup leading lap number 1. Then it's Talon Carter. Al Smith Jr. has already faded back into the 4th position. Fireworks still going off here at Knoxville for the big blocks. Carter going up top here and just trying to find some grip early on. Gross Cup's kind of sliding himself. 0-3 Speedy Brissett trying to work the bottom side. Just about 3 wide. That's out of Scott Riome on the outside. Look at everybody still up against that outside wall. How long will that last here tonight? As Brissett down low. Chris Brown down low. Fastest lap time of the night was just set by the 0-3 of, or sorry, that's car number 4 actually of Scott Riome. It was a 20.02 as the caution lights are on. Michael Trevarthen looks like he has had some problems here, as he has actually already taken it to the infield. Oh, Michael Trevarthen fencing himself out of turn 4 and barrel roll, barrel roll, barrel roll, wow. Not quite sure how many barrel rolls he had, but that's a lot. Right on board here. Take a look. And then winds up on his lid like a turtle. So Gross Cup is your race leader. He has led them all here since the drop of the green. Only 4 laps officially counted here tonight. It'll be 5 laps when we do go back racing. So they look like this. All drivers but 1 on the racetrack. And it looks like Michael Trevarthen actually will be able to get back out onto the racetrack. Somehow, some way, his Big Block Modified lives to turn another lap. There he is, the driver out of Florida. A rookie this season in the 2T. He'll just tag the back. So an interesting roll there for Trevarthen. That's got to be the biggest tumble we have seen so far this season. We haven't seen very many flips. Kyle Lesher looks like he will get a wave around here. He's the first car that was 1 lap down. So the big show Kyle Lesher will get a lap back after an unfortunate lap number 1 incident. So he comes back around. Lights are off on the iRacing.com pace truck, though, so we're ready to go racing this time by. It'll be Gross Cup Carter, Reynolds, Brown, Smith, Day, Williamson, Holland, Riome, and Brissett. That'll be Speedy Brissett for anybody back home keeping up with the Brissetts. There's enough for a baseball team, I do believe, at this point, of the Brissetts. Gross Cup says, sure, whatever you say. Green flag's back up into the air, though. Look at Talon Carter get right there. Their Gross Cup through the slick there, spinning the tires, trying to find any kind of moisture he can. Talon Carter trying to find a way around for the race lead. Gross Cup slider line down around the bottom. Carter going to rim ride the top side. Rose Cup into the slider line again as Carter, you see him going up there. He's in the bumps. Reynolds going to give him a little bit of a break. He'll lift a little bit. Good battles up here at the front of the field right now. Carter literally laying it against the boards here tonight, using the side of that car to try and get a run. Now he'll get to the inside. Slider for the race lead. There is the number 1, Talon Carter to the front. Here comes Gross Cup. He'll try to cross him over. Now Gross Cup in the slider position if he wants to do it. He does. He'll slide up in front of the number 1. He'll bang the cushion. Carter turns it down left, and now he'll take the race lead. Will he have it? He will have to throw a little bit of a slider, as now new race leader Talon Carter. Talon Carter now does have the top spot. Here comes Gross Cup. It will be Carter at the line. Gross Cup with a slider, not going to be able to slide up in front, but a great dig and drive off the bottom side of the speedway, so Gross Cup will be able to stay right there with him. Al Smith Jr., though, back here, still shedding positions like water. There you see the Stand RC Speedway, number 96 of Al Smith Jr. down around the bottom side. Not many guys still hanging out on the bottom side religiously, but Smith is. There you see the Upstate RC and Hobby Showtime Custom Wraps, Foxtrot RC Park. Number 15, Ryan Holland, the only driver this season that is not named Talon Carter, to pick up a feature win. See everybody. The track getting pretty treacherous up around the top side of the speedway. That's why we were wondering when these drivers were going to migrate to the bottom. Chris Brown from downtown Kokomo, Indiana. He's down around the bottom side, trying to get around Dean Reynolds, and looks like that may be the way to go. Cole Day, though, trying to stay right tucked up behind the 79. He's got the 99. That time he'll diamond it off, go to the bottom side. Will he throw a slider here? Half slider, maybe no hole to really slide up in there for the 99 of Cole Day. Go back down to the bottom. He saw Chris Brown. I raced Chris Brown here one time at Kokomo, and it was just a fun little run with the 136, and let me tell you how he absolutely ran away from me down around the bottom side of the speedway as the caution lights are on. Chris Brown literally put the left front of that big block modified right there on that little berm, and he just had that car hooked up and, man, drove away like it was his job. Gil Fortin, though, the driver, I'm being told, having some problems here. Let's take a look. Up to the top side, and oh, Milton right there into the bar is going to turn around the number 13G. Right there, a little kiss of the bars. Something happened to the number 31B also there. That's what, oh, Eric Sanford and Bartel's got into it, and Bennett, and then around the 31B and the 2T go. So that was an incident that did not bring out the caution flag, but nonetheless another incident here on the radar. Should be ready to go, though, after the second caution flag of the night. Come back into the Hanson Sorter Shop restart zone here. There's Scott Rayome. He's dropped a couple spots since the green flag, but he'll start to the inside of the Full Throttle Motorsports number 4 entry. Biggest mover so far is going to be Jimmy McIntyre, the Misfit Motorsports Best Colorful Creations number 81. Picked up 8 so far. Listen to those beasts. Carter will lead them back to the stripe. It'll be 25 laps to go as Carter's just up there. And that car is looking pretty bouncy on the top side of the speedway. Look at it, bounce, 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 and that is not hydraulics, race fans. Look at the scruffle back here. Rose Cup has lost a couple on that restart. Chris Brown, Cole Day got around Tyler Groscup. Now he's to the outside. Here comes Ryan Holland down to the bottom side. He'll really throw the 15 in there and slide up. Not going to clear, so he allows that little bit of a breathing room there for Groscup. Good, smart racing there by Holland and Groscup. Holland back down to the bottom here once again. And can he slide up this time? This time he will be able to slide in between Cole Day and the 14, but Groscup going to go to the bottom side. He'll slide up, and that was a deep run into turn 3 and 4 that time there for the 14 of Groscup. Now Holland back down to the bottom side. You know the slider is coming from him. He's not going to actually slide fully up, so that'll leave a lane, but not going to be good enough because Groscup looks like he spun the tires up off the corner, and now Reynolds will take advantage of that, and Reynolds will insert himself in the top 5 in front of Tyler Groscup. One car getting into the Armco back there. That was the number 2B of Brett Bartel's. Cole Day fading also because here comes Ryan Holland in car number 15. Holland going to slide up in front of the 99 of Cole Day. They're going to come back underneath. Now look at the power. Look at the steam of the 99. And Cole Day literally put it up on the berm, and that car was headed to the wall. Caution lights for the 3rd time tonight. Caution lights, Dalton Williamson. Being told the 96 and the 01 entry. Oh, Groscup, I think, may have tagged the wall, and then everybody came barreling in there. Fast track here tonight at Knoxville. Right on board here with Al Smith. Turtled it. So that's going to put Williamson and Smith on pit road. We'll see if either of their crews can get their cars turned around and back out here. So it'll be Carter, it'll be Brown, Holland, Day, Reynolds, Brissett, Hacker, Riome, Groscup. Groscup's been shedding positions here. He's back to 9th. He did lead the first, call it 14 laps tonight. And then Ungari will insert himself into the top 10 for the first time. Jimmy McIntyre picks up another 2 spots on that little short green flag stint. He's now up to 13th. Lights are out on the Silverado pace track, so we're coming back into the Hansel Starter Shop restart zone here. Talon Carter did take the outside once again, forcing Chris Brown to start on the bottom side, which is very interesting because the 136 has been working the bottom side very nicely here tonight. Green flag in the hand. And green flag up. Brown right to the bottom with Ryan Holland. Both of them not going to be able to pick up any spots, but they hold serve on Talon Carter for the time being. Look how wide this track has gotten because you can go absolutely anywhere. Cole Day was running the outside. Now it's like a half slider line. Reynolds to the outside. He's got a Hacker right there. Speedy Brissett almost making contact. With 18 to go here at Knoxville, it is time to go. This track has been bad, fast here tonight. It's wide, it's fast, it's got some character. Got some bumps all over the place. I mean, we could find racing anywhere. Look, battles. Look at this battle. It's back here. That's between Steven Brissett as he found the berm down to the inside. And, uh-oh, caution flag. I think this one might be the Hack Daddy. Oh, just jumped up over the cushion, found the wall, and unfortunately got tangled in it and up and around. And actually, not too bad for all said and done. He just hammered right back into her. I believe that was the 2B that got a little piece of the Hacker entry that was just coming off the wall there. It's got a little too high, and a lot of times we see cars go up and up like that, and they end up actually knocking the rear end out. Surprisingly here, that one did not. It'll be just 15 laps remaining when we get the green flag, because no matter what, if the green flag comes out and the yellow to follow, it takes 1 lap away, as I'm being told. Nope, we're going to actually rewind it back. So it'll be 16 laps to go. More racing for the race fans out there tonight tuning in. Talon Carter, Chris Brown, here we go. Carter straight top shelf to the outside there. Brown still down to the bottom. Cold day. I thought was going to have a little bit better run off turn 2. Not quite as good as we thought it was going to be. Look at Ryan Holland. That 15 car has just been good anywhere he puts it here tonight. Trying to get around the 99 a cold day. And now he'll have a run to the inside. Slider line possible here for Ryan Holland. Not going to slide all the way up in front of the 99, though. Talon Carter still up there, driving over the whoop section. Three wide racing back here. Guillaume to the bottom. Rabtoy in the middle of the big show. Kyle Lesher putting on a show to the outside. We told you the track was fast and it was wide and there was going to be lanes everywhere. 22 of Rabtoy still working the bottom side. 13G Guillaume down to the bottom. He'll get a little piece of the berm. One car up and over. Donald Bennett in the 13B, and I believe that's the 2B of Brett Bartel's. There's a little history there from the heat race. I wonder if that just carried over here into the feature. Let's take a look. There's Bennett. Oh, him and Hacker got into the back of the 31B, actually. And Brett got turned around somewhere in that exchange. Where was he? Oh, he got himself up into the wall and big flip. So I wonder if Bennett lifted as he saw the 2B tumbling up and over. And then he got from behind from Brian Hacker. Could be a lot of things that went into that, but nonetheless, it's the 5th caution flag here tonight. Looks like they're being told double them back up here. We will go double file restarts up until 10 laps to go. So 12 to go, so that will give us at least this time yet that we double these cars up. Unless race control deems otherwise here tonight, this might be the last time we see them stacked up 2 by 2. On board here with Chris Brown, Bartel Builders bar camera. Here we go. Chris Brown put that car up on the berm, so does Cole Day. Does anybody have anything for the youngster of Talon Carter with 11 laps to go? Battle, though, is for second. Here comes Holland. Holland has had a very fast number 15 here tonight. Holland and Brown now duking it out as Cole Day is back there. Dean Reynolds, Speedy Brissett also. Battles all over the place. Where do you look with 10 laps to go? Chris Brown will hold on to that position for the time being. Dean Reynolds and Speedy Brissett. Now Cole Day going after Ryan Holland. He'll throw it in deep down on the bottom. Where do you want to go if you're the 99 of Cole Day right now? Well, you want to go into third, and he's driving it in so hard. The 99 of Cole Day not having the year that he is expected to at that camp. He was the champion season 1, and then Talon Carter came in. He picked up season 2, and now Cole Day's trying to, well, get back into the challenge for the championship. Speedy Brissett and Dean Reynolds have just had themselves a whale of a race. Battling together all night. They are just stuck together. Holland seems to be faster than Chris Brown. He just cannot find a way around. And every time that he gets bottled up, Cole Day then starts to pounce on him. But it's 6 to go. Holland to slip a little bit. Now Cole Day with a run here. Cole Day had to lift out of it. Didn't want to get into the 15 of Ryan Holland. Dean Reynolds, Speedy Brissett have caught this group of cars. High five this time from Dave Farney. He'll tell Talon Carter it's 5 to go here. Carter has a second lead, a 1 second lead over Chris Brown. And then Brown's got about now his largest lead over Ryan Holland, about 3/4 of a second. And climbing. Uh-oh, big stack up off 4th there. Everybody came together, but everybody kept it going. They were rubbing bars, and, well, I can tell you, they definitely were not shaking hands. Hackers closing back in on the back end of the top 10 with 3 laps to go. There is Jimmy McIntyre down around the bottom of the Best Colorful Creations entry. He has kept it locked on the bottom side all night long. And he's been able to pick up 11 spots and possibly could get some more before the end of this one. Popsicle sticks up, Talon Carter. You got company. Here comes Chris Brown. It was a 1.5 second lead, then it was a 1 second lead. Now it's 7/10. Talon Carter, watch your mirror, because this time by you will see the white flag, and you still have Chris Brown coming as the Carpenter's Tax Service white flag is up in the air. Final trip around the speedway. Can Talon Carter pick up another one? He already has 5 going for 6. Checkered flag this time at the line. It will be Talon Carter picking up another one. Talon Carter, Chris Brown, Ryan Holland, Cole Day, Dean Reynolds. Speedy Brissett, Doug Ungari, Gross Cup, Riome. Scott Austin will finish into the 10th spot. There's your big winner tonight, Talon Carter. There's Doug Ungari giving him a little bump in the back, going, hey, happy birthday, kid. Top three coming in there. You'll hear from them in just a couple of moments. Take a quick break here from Knoxville. We'll be back with the top three finishers.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to Knoxville, as it is, 40 laps of racing competition in the books here tonight for the Bartel Builders Night here at the Knoxville Raceway. 40 laps in, and that means, there's three drivers that are standing down here on the podium. Let's start things off with the driver of car number 1 of Talon Carter. Carter, you pick up another one here tonight, as this one looked pretty easy to you.
Yeah, Knoxville's definitely probably my best track, I don't know, but yeah, it's one of my better ones, and I knew it was going to be right around the top, so I just had to pound the cushion for 40 laps.
Talk about that cushion up there. It looked pretty treacherous for a lot of drivers, even your car up there, kind of bouncing through the whoop section.
Yeah, it was pretty rough, especially in 1 and 2. It usually gets pretty rough there, and like in the middle there, it was really up on the cushion. And one time towards the end of the race there, I was running the slider line through there, and I hit that big piece of the cushion up there, and it actually bounced my car up on 2 wheels. I got a little nervous there for a second.
You had a good battle between Tyler Groscup and yourself out there, slider after slider on each other before you kind of ran away. Did you know, though, that the 136 of Chris Brown was back there reeling you in the final 5?
Yeah, I saw him back there. I think he's a little bit better. I was driving it really hard and just trying to keep the car loaded up. Not really worried about momentum, just keeping it loaded up through the slick. I think was the most important there, but he was a little bit better.
Nonetheless, you pick up another win here tonight, Talon. Congratulations. Microphone's yours. Who do you got to thank back home? Because I know there's some big plans coming up for you this season.
Yeah, I gotta thank Kutztown Printing Realtor Devin Glosser and with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Seth Walliser, State Farm Insurance Agent, Dave Gift, Bems Lawn Care, KB Motors, Canter's Tire Service, Lucky 13 Tattoos and Piercings, Gessie Chiropractic, Club Lego, Christmas Meats, Levan's Machine and Truck Equipment, the Mighty Pro Band, Ryan and Devin's Pumpkin Patch, you for the broadcast, Al for hosting the league, and yeah, we're gonna be running most of the Short Track Super Series South region for the crates, and yeah.
There it is, Talon Carter. He has a banquet coming up here in a couple of weeks, and he'll run the Short Track Super Series in Pennsylvania, and I believe it's Delaware and maybe New Jersey, a couple of races here. So congratulations to Talon Carter and your future plans coming up here, and a big win here tonight at Knoxville. As finishing into the second spot, though, it'll be the driver of the 136 of Chris Brown. Chris, a great run for you in the Whiteout Performance entry here tonight. What more did you need to go up there and get Talon Carter?
Yeah, I don't think I had anything for him. I just couldn't find any grip. I was searching everywhere to try to find something to get up there, but everything was pretty much gone where he was running with the line, and good race for him.
Good race for him. Good race for yourself, too. I mean, you're not going to gain any ground on Talon here tonight, but you look like you will leapfrog Brian Hacker in the point standings. But what does it mean? Because it's coming down towards the end of the season here. Now you're going to find yourself second in points.
Yeah, that's the goal for the season now. I don't think anybody's catching Talon, so second's the next best thing, and that's where I'm going to try to finish at in points.
Well, you're second in points. You're second here tonight. Who's back home, though, that's number one?
Whiteout Performance, Christian Jones Boudoir, Weird Solutions. Man, I'm forgetting something, but appreciate everybody that helps me get here. My wife for letting me race. You guys for putting on the broadcast, and Al and those guys for putting on the league.
There you hear it. Chris Brown will pick up a second here tonight. So he is second. Who is third? Well, it's the driver that picks up 7 spots. How about it, Ryan Holland? Ryan, a very fast Upstate RC and Hobbies, number 15 here tonight. It was coming at the end. It just looked like you got caught up in traffic throughout the night.
Yeah, early on I knew I was a little bit better than a couple of the guys in front of me, so I just bided my time and kind of figured a couple cautions would come out, and they did. And cautions definitely played in my favor tonight. I think I was on the outside for almost all of them except for one, so that definitely helped. And then there at the end, having Cole behind me and him were throwing sliders at each other, it was just almost playing defense to try to finish in the top 3 here.
Yeah, this track here tonight very wide. And were you worried, though, about running the outside, or were you worried about staying away from the berm on the inside?
Well, I'm an outside guy, so I'm never worried about running the outside. Sometimes, like last week, I do make mistakes. I do hit the wall. The berm throws you around, but sometimes you live and die by the outside, and it seemed to work tonight.
Well, it's very fast, and you had a very fast hot rod here. Closing in on the end of the season, and you're the only other driver that has ever put your name in the record book this season that is not named Talon Carter. How about Eldora, Lima Land, or maybe Port Royal here? The next couple of races coming up. Can we seem to find this Showtime Custom Wraps number 15 in Victory Lane again?
I'm pretty good on bigger tracks, especially top lane dominant. I think Al said something about Port Royal being switched to Lincoln, so that'll be a little different there because I've only run there once. But yeah, looking forward to the next couple of races here and seeing if we can climb a couple more positions in the points.
Oh, good old Al out there. You gotta love him, right?
Oh yeah, Al's good stuff. I appreciate him putting on the league. Like I said, had some troubles in the past couple of weeks, but every once in a while you find yourself up in the top 3. It makes it all worth it.
Well, congratulations here tonight, Ryan, as you finish third. Anybody back home? I know there's a lot of people on the side of this number 15.
Oh yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, to you guys for putting on the broadcast, Al for putting on the league, Bartel Builders for sponsoring the league and tonight as well. Upstate RC and Hobbies, all my guys that help me over there run the shop efficiently. Showtime Custom and Wraps for making all my cars look good. And all the guys over at Foxtrot RC Park that help me run the track over there as well.
There you hear it. He's trotting into third here tonight. That is Ryan Holland, driver of car number 15 out of New York. He will finish out the podium spot, so Talon Carter picks up another one. Then it was Chris Brown across the line, Ryan Holland, Cole Day, then Dean Reynolds rounding out the top 5. Speedy Brissett, Doug Ungari picking up 10. He'll finish in 7th, and Gross Cup back there into the 8th spot. Riom was nice. Scott Austin was 10th and the biggest mover and shaker, shaking a lot of those, well, toppings on top of his cake. That was going to be Jimmy McIntyre. He'll pick up 12 spots in car number 81. He's the biggest mover here tonight at Knoxville. So Knoxville's in the books. Talon Carter picks up his, looks like going to be his 6th win of the season. Is anybody going to be able to top him at the Eldora Speedway? That's the next stop for the Bartel Builders Big Block Series for the Upstate Racing League is Eldora Speedway. Next Sunday night, we head to that famous track that's a little bit closer to home here, and we have our Ohio swing, if you will. Eldora and Limaland are the next 2 tracks before we head to the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. So, we'll see you in Ohio, race fans, and until we do, everybody make sure you stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.